In today's episode, I'm going to talk about Zakk Wylde's new amplifier. Stay tuned. What is up, you guys? It's your boy, Louie Torres. Today, we're going to talk about the new Zakk Wylde amplifier that just launched. I don't know if any are in production. From my understanding, the guy actually made the face, the entire case for it, in his uncle's shop. So I don't know if there are actually going to be any additional ones made, but I'm going to be honest. Yo, and some of you guys are gonna hate me. Yo, I just think it's the ugliest amp ever. And and here's the one thing, okay? No bashing of Zakk Wylde whatsoever. The guy is a living legend. He's been in incredible amps. He started Black Label Society. They're huge can possibly be. He's one of the most talented guitarists out there and has been literally for decades. You know, like the history that man has is just, it's what guys dream of having. Now, keep in mind that I never looked at being a professional musician, so I never looked at these guitarists in any sense other than they play guitar, they're in a band, good for them. But, the issue that I always have is, especially with Zakk Wylde, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the guy just takes mud and just throws it on a wall, and if it sticks, it sticks, it's great. If it doesn't, then no big deal, he'll move on to something else. And I feel like that's kind of what he did with his guitars. Like, I don't know, like, I remember when his guitar line came out, and I was just like, wow, those are the ugliest guitars I've ever seen. And here's, and if you look at his guitar line, of course, they are reminiscent of some of the other guitars that he's always used, like the Les Pauls, like the SGs. But there's a little in there that I just think makes those amps ugly. And listen, aside from the fact that his amp is literally, it's all flame maple. And I, of course, will never bash on flame maple because I have a bunch of guitars that are maple tops with flames. I don't know, I feel like when I've gotten older, now I'm all about the tops. I'm trying to find another guitar that has a cool top. This is probably the prettiest one that I have, which is my 2004 Paul Reed Smith Custom 22. This is the Leprechaun Tooth. I just kind of feel like flame maple has its place, right? I'll grab another one right here. So I don't want anyone to say, you just hate maple, flame maple tops. It's actually what I love the most when it comes down to woods, right? Like, I just love guitars that have flame maple. I have necks that are not that one, but I have necks that are maple, or flame maples. But that thing, and I'll post it right here again, dude, like, I just, listen, and there comes a time where you have to just say enough. And of course it's going to be Marshall based because he's played Marshalls for so many years. It's probably modified. And if it's not, he probably has one of his numerous Zakk Wylde pedals on there, which again is another, mudslinging on the wall and hoping that something sticks and that it does well. But the funny thing is, like, at what point did his uncle say yes to all the maple flame that you have on that? More! We need more maple flame! Dude, that's the only thing that makes it ugly. And of course, I just never liked his W logo. I just sit back and, a few guys are just like, yo, you gonna get that amp? And I'm like, are you crazy right now? Do I look, I love the, I clearly love Marshall amps. I have slight variants of it, and I think they're great. I have another Marshall right here also, right there, the JCM 2000 DSL. I'm definitely a Mesa guy. I love Marshalls, and I love that Zakk Wylde, loves Marshalls also. I'm sure it's going to be in that ballpark. But the thing's ugly. Yo, it's ugly. Oh. Yo, I couldn't wait to make this video. Yo, huge shout out to Phil Garcia. He was just like, yo, look at this thing. You going to get it? And I'm just like, yo, I think I'm going to have to make an episode on how ugly that thing is. And that's just me, it's just my own personal take. Yo, if you guys want to get it, that's awesome. Again, I cannot stress that it's from Zakk Wylde, so it's going to sound incredible. Just like his pedals sound great, his guitars play great. It's just, there's just certain things, like there's certain cars that you just look and people love, and I'm just like, dude, that's ugly. And that's how I saw the new Zakk Wylde, whatever amp 100 that it is. But let me know in the comments below, yo, you want an amp that's all, like even the faceplate is maple. It's wood. Yo, the whole thing is wood. So even that was funny. So I'm taking the photo and I'm pinch zooming it in. I'm like, is that whole faceplate made out of wood? And of course you can see that it was, and I'm assuming they probably use a CNC machine to actually get the fonts in there along with the notations around each knob, just to indicate 1 through 10. But yeah, dude, ugly as sin, ugly. I guarantee if someone showed that to Ozzy, he'd be like, what the fuck, man? That's the ugliest amp I've ever seen. Yo, did you like my Ozzy impression? So no, this guy right here, as much as I love flame maple, I will not be buying that amp because I think the whole thing is just kind of ugly. And look at this face. When I look in the mirror, I'm like, what's up, papi chulo? Who's that pretty man right there staring back? So I looked at this amp and I'm just like, this pretty face isn't going to be seen with that freaking ugly thing. But I'm sure, and I'm hoping that at some point there's going to be a whole variation of it, just normal Tolex, maybe white piping around it, maybe gold piping, with just the W in the middle, so it's much more mainstream and not as flame mapley as it is currently. So guys, again, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And let me know if you plan on getting this amp, thinking about it. What price range do you think it'll end up being? And let me know. And again, no haters. I'll punch you in the jaw. And then I'll take that amplifier and put it on your back, and you're going to have to haul it like 3 miles hiking through the Serengeti or the Catskill Mountains in upstate New York. Know what I'm saying? Guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Click on the subscribe button if you have not. And as usual, this pretty guy right here is going to talk to you soon.